Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mommy Talk. Today we are going to be doing Zuko's and mine 6-month postpartum update today. It's been like such a long time since I've had like a sit-down video, and I completely missed my 5-month update. So this is going to be kind of like a 5 and 6-month update because I totally missed last month, and I'm so sorry for that. I was basically like completely MIA for like the entire month of January, and honestly, like, I don't really know what happened. Like, I just felt like super burnt out after Vlogmas, and January was just like this really hard, like, no motivation month. Like, I just felt like I couldn't get my thoughts together, I couldn't get organized, and every time I thought about recording and editing, it just seemed like super overwhelming, or I just was like super tired and completely unmotivated. So, but that is gonna change. I definitely am going to get back on track with my videos. I really want to try and get into a schedule. I'm not going to make any promises just yet though, because a lot of times I'm not always able to follow through on that because life just gets really overwhelming and complicated and busy for me sometimes, but I am going to try my hardest because I really want to start getting like more consistent with my uploads for you guys. Anyway, moving on. Today is a total mom day. I am complete with mom bun, nerd glasses, and I'm actually also wearing pajama pants right now, pajama shorts, which you'll see later on in this video because today is laundry day, and I discovered right before filming this that I actually didn't have any clean pants. So today is total Mom Monday, complete with mom bun and nerd glasses in all of my nerd glory here. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into Zuko's update and what he's been up to for the past couple months. He hasn't had like too many milestones. I feel like it hasn't been that busy or crazy of a last couple months. So he turned 5 months old on Christmas Eve. So this is going from Christmas Eve until present. Okay, so I've got my list here. If it's not on my list, it doesn't make it in the video. Like, that's the only way I can kind of organize my thoughts. Hi, sweetie! Cody is attempting to watch the kids for me so I can film this, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so turned 5 months old on Christmas Eve. So since then he obviously celebrated his first Christmas. So that was a lot of fun, and you did get to see quite a bit of what was going on for like that whole month because of Vlogmas. So maybe that kind of counts as like some of my missed updates because I did so many updates in the month of December. So he celebrated his first Christmas. It did not go that well. I mean, like, he was totally fine, but my entire family got sick with the stomach flu. That's actually why I didn't post my last Vlogmas. Like, on Christmas Day, I didn't post any video to kind of wrap up Vlogmas, and I didn't even post a video because my entire family was struck with the stomach flu, and so it was just a really nasty couple days. We got it started the day before Christmas Eve, and then it went right up until the day after Christmas Eve, and then we just had a really mellow New Year's and New Year's Eve. We just stayed at home. We got some non-alcoholic grape juice and made a toast on New Year's Eve, and that was his Christmas and New Year's Eve. That was pretty much it. So not too exciting, just kind of pretty simple. So I know that doesn't really necessarily count as like a milestone necessarily, but they are first, so they are kind of like important because it's like his first Christmas and his first New Year's. But besides that, developmentally, his neck control, as you can tell, is just superb. He started like really walking in the walker and was able to kind of like understand that he can move in his walker, which is actually behind me right here. This thing, if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's just like this little cart basically for babies. But the other thing that he really loves to be in is the bouncer, which ironically is also behind me. This he got for Christmas, and it's like, you can tell it's like super colorful, and it's got like, it lights up, and it can actually be in like, you can actually change like the language settings. It has like 5 different language settings, so that's actually pretty cool too. But so this he got for Christmas, and we immediately put it in it, and he just loved it. He absolutely loved it. So this is one of his favorite things to be into. At 5 months old, he also, like 5.5 months old, he got his first bad ear infection. So that wasn't really fun. And then he's actually fighting off another ear infection right now. So he got his first ear infection at 5 months old, and then he's fighting his second ear infection at 6 months old. So that's kind of a bummer. He has been on antibiotics for a few days now, so his fever has gone away, and he actually, I think, is feeling pretty good right now. Luckily, because he's been on medicine for a little while, so luckily he's feeling pretty good right now, but he is still fighting one off. By 4 months old, I believe he was already like rolling over. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in my last vlog, but if you didn't know already, he could already roll from like front to back and back to front. So that was already something that he could do, but now it's something that he does like consistently all the time. Like as soon as he wakes up, then, because I always put him to sleep on his back, but as soon as he wakes up, the first thing he does is roll over to his stomach. And whenever you lay him down, usually the first thing he does is roll over to his stomach. He always like pushes his knees like under his stomach and like lifts his butt up in the air. And I don't think I have it on video, but if I do, I'll try and sneak it in this video if I can, if I remember. Again, no promises, because a lot of times in the editing process, I'll like say something and then completely forget to do it. But anyway, I feel like he's really close to crawling because he does this like scooching thing, and he can actually move from like one area to the other like slowly by like pushing his back feet, trying to push it under his butt, and then it ends up like you know, moving him forward, and his face kind of like squishes against whatever surface he happens to be on. But it is happening. I don't know if I put this in my last vlog, but he loves to put everything in his mouth. He's definitely like one of those really like active mouth babies, and I don't know if that's because I don't know if that's like an every baby thing, but basically, yeah, like anything that he can get his hands on, whether it be my fingers or a toy or his pacifier or the nearest blanket, whatever it is, if he grabs it, it immediately goes into his mouth. So he's definitely like very oral. And he also loves to hold his feet all the time, which I don't remember if he started doing that at 4 months, but if he didn't, I'm gonna say it now, because he like, whenever he's on his back, if he's not rolling over immediately to his stomach, he immediately grabs onto his little toes, and it's so cute. Oh my gosh, it's like the cutest thing ever. I know that that's like a milestone for all babies, but I just like, I can't get over it. Like every time they do that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like the cutest thing. Quick, get the camera. But yeah, so he grabs onto his feet all the time, which I think is just like adorable. He is sleeping, I feel like, a lot better than like the last vlog. I was kind of talking about how I just was going a little crazy because he just like wouldn't sleep, and his nap times were consistently only like 10 to 20 minutes, and he wasn't really sleeping well at night, so that was just like causing me a lot of sleep deprivation, and I felt like it was gonna go out of my mind. I feel like that's got a lot better, and even the nap thing just in the last week, I feel like. So this is just still very recent. I feel like his nap times are a little bit longer, and I don't know if that's in my head or what, but I definitely feel like maybe it's getting better. And even at night, I feel like he's still kind of restless, but I feel like it's just maybe because I feel like he's been kind of consistently sick for the past like month. So I feel like as he gets better, I kind of feel, or maybe just hope, that his sleeping will get better as well. But I definitely feel like that's better than it was even just a couple months ago. And I also downloaded something called the Wonder Week so that I can keep track of all of the leaps that he's going through, and right now he's not in any leap, and he hasn't been for the past couple weeks, so that also might be like a reason why he's like totally fine and not really fussy. And even you can tell now, like he's totally fine being just like still. Like before, even just last month, even by like 5 months, he was constantly just like moving, and every time you try and hold him in your lap, he was like arching his back, and he didn't really like to be still. And I definitely feel like just within the last month, by like 6 months, it's definitely been something that's been happening. He'll be more still when you hold him in your lap, or even just like on your shoulder. He'll just kind of just rest there for a minute, and it's not always like super long, but it is definitely something that has been happening more often, more frequently. So, which, if you don't know what a leap is, it's basically like a growth spurt, but when you think of growth spurt, you think of like physically, like they have physical growth spurts where they grow bigger physically, but then they also have mental growth spurts where their brain is developing more, and those are called leaps. And so usually during those times are periods of like fussiness or like agitation or not sleeping very well, and that's actually something that I didn't even discover until him. I didn't realize that that was like a thing that had been studied, and so I'm really interested in like seeing how that affects him and if there's any kind of correlation to that. Okay, so I think that's really all I have to talk about with Zuko, other than the fact that he's just like super mega cute. Look at that face. He still does have his red hair. I don't know if you can tell like on camera. It kind of looks brown, I think, but if you see him in real life, especially in like direct sunlight, he has got like super red hair, and he's got like these really cute orange eyebrows. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi. There's a smile. He's like so distracted. My window is open right now, so he's like super distracted with what's out there. What do you see? What do you see out there? There's a whole world out there. So, aw, hi baby. You checking to see if I'm still there. So yeah, I think that's really all I have to talk about with him. So basically on to my 5 and 6-ish month update, postpartum update. I don't have a ton to update me on. Oh, that's something I forgot. As far as like weight and height update for Zuko, he was 14 pounds and 10.4 ounces last month at 5 months. And when we weighed him and when they weighed him and did his measurements at his recent well child checkup at 6 months old, I wasn't in the room when they measured him because Cody was, and he wasn't paying attention to what it was, and I forgot to ask at the end of the appointment. But they did say he dropped in weight percentile, and they said that he's now only in the 2nd percentile for weight, so he's like not really growing all that much as far as weight is concerned, so I don't think that he has gained any weight. So I think he's still around like 14 or 15 pounds, and I think, I don't know, is that like really small for a 6-month-old? I honestly cannot remember what my other kids weighed at this point. I have to go back out and get like their charts and stuff, but so he did like recommend that maybe I start supplementing formula, but I really just don't want to do that. And he's so close to starting solid soon probably too, so I'm not really interested in supplementing. If you know anything about me, you know that I am very pro breastfeeding. I'm an advocate for breastfeeding, and obviously I believe, like, this is no judgment to formula moms, I'm not saying that in any way. I definitely obviously have the fed is best kind of thing in my mind, but I definitely am like very proactive breastfeeding, and it's very, very important to me. So I am definitely not going to start supplementing formula. He definitely seems healthy, like he doesn't seem like he's hungry, and he doesn't seem like he's starving or anything like that, so I'm just gonna maybe try and up my milk supply a little bit, but other than that I'm not really worried about it. As far as everything else, so my hormones I feel like have been exceptionally well in balance. I definitely was kind of going through, I think, some postpartum blues, like maybe right after he was born. Nothing too crazy, but there was a little bit of up and down there for a little while, but right now I feel fantastic. I feel, especially like this last month, I've been feeling really energetic, and I feel really like happy and optimistic, and like I just feel great. I feel great overall. And so that's been really, really nice to feel that way. So that's kind of been where like my mood has been, and where my hormones probably are pretty well in check. So that's really nice. And as far as weight goes, I have lost a staggering 3 pounds. Okay, I know that's not like a lot, it's not crazy amount, but it is progress, I guess. I was at 140 and now I'm down to 137.4 or 0.6 or something like that. So it is something, I guess, but my body just really wants to hold on to that extra weight. I'm pretty excited to at least be in the 130s now, I guess, but I haven't really been all that active, so that might explain something too. With my past pregnancies, the weight just really, it was like not hard to get rid of at all, and I really wasn't like eating a ton after my last 3 pregnancies. I was in school and or working and or dancing, so I had that activity level and I didn't have a lot of time to eat, and then I was, you know, even when I was home, I was just like, I was getting like the 1 meal a day, so that probably has something to do with it, whereas now I'm just like home all the time. I don't really know, but I'm sure if I were to hike up my activity level and probably eat a little bit better, because I saw a lot of times I am snacking on probably not the best food. So that's where my weight is at right now. I guess the only thing left to do is show my 6-month postpartum belly. So this is me with the shirt on, forward facing, side facing, and this is me with my shirt up. So baby pooch is still present, forever present, which will probably just never go away, let's be honest, not without surgery or anything. So that's what I look like 6 months postpartum. I really don't think that I have anything else to update on, but if there is any questions that you guys have, just make sure you hit up my Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. all those good social medias. Make sure that if you aren't subscribed, then you go ahead and do that right now. And make sure that even if you are subscribed, so that you don't miss any updates, click that little bell next to the subscription button, and that way you guys will get notified when I have these updates. So click the subscription and or little bell, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye guys! Thank you.